Good morning, it's July 22nd. I'm at Mugshots Coffee Shop in Moundsville with
Coleman.
Grant Coleman, who is the proprietor of this establishment.
Yeah.
And you've got another, this is your second one, right?
Second location, yeah. The first location is in Wheeling.
Wheeling.
So a few miles up north, yeah.
A few miles up north, cool. And how long have you been running a
So
business?
this establishment has been here for about a year and a half now. It's the newer of the two. It was the second location, but the first one in Wheeling has been there for about 6.5 years now. So ironically, I opened the week before the shutdown order in West Virginia.
So that would have been like March of 2020, something like that?
It was March of 2020, yeah. I think March 7th of 2020 was my opening day. So I had 1 week of normal business and then the whole state shut down.
Oh my God.
So the second week it was me and maybe 2 or 3 people a day might trickle in against the rules, things
Right.
like that. But we didn't really know what the rules were at that point in time either. So it was a very fortunate time to open a business for the first time in your life.
Did you, were you open long enough to qualify for some of the assistance?
No, see,
activities?
that's the other thing too. I kind of fit in like a weird little category where all of that stuff was based on the previous year's income.
Right.
And so I really did not qualify for any assistance at all.
Oh my goodness.
And I had really, honestly, I had put pretty much everything that I had into that business at the time. So it was just a prayer.
Did you have
a prayer
employees?
at that point? I had 2 when I first opened. Yeah, they were both friends of mine previously, and I knew them well. So they were people that I knew that I was going to bring on board. But obviously, I had to lay them off immediately.
Right.
Luckily, though, for them, they all qualified for unemployment or things of
Right.
that nature. One of them was a high school friend of mine's daughter who was in high school, so she really didn't need an income necessarily. But
Then did that ding you then on your future unemployment insurance taxes and stuff
no,
like that?
because it
or-
wasn't based off of me. They weren't working for me long enough for that to even have mattered.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Gotcha.
no, it wasn't. That wasn't really a problem in that way.
Gotcha.
But in fact, I'm pretty sure. Honestly, I don't really remember the details of their personal things there, but I'm pretty sure that the one employee that did get unemployment, I think may have already been on it, and then
see.
I was hiring him, so he was able to just maintain that
Maintain it. Gotcha.
without being officially hired.
How did you get the building? What was that process like?
Well, it's kind of a long story. So I did social work before, social work related things prior to opening the shop. My last job before that was running a day center for the homeless in East Wheeling. And so basically what had happened is I'd been doing that for a long enough period of time that I was getting burnt out.
Yeah.
I felt like I was at probably the worst mental health state of my life actually when I decided to open a coffee shop.
I can understand. Yeah.
But it was like years of burnout got to me, and I just decided to think about how I could do something else to better serve myself, I guess. But the other thing was that doing social work, you get paid to do something that you should do anyway.
Right.
So I was helping people when someone was paying me to do that, and the one great thing about all that was that I would wake up every day feeling immense gratitude for the fact that I could find a career in something that I should just be doing for free.
That's great. Yeah.
So when I started thinking about all the other jobs that I'd had throughout the course of my life and how I might still be able to feel that way, I was thinking about coffee shops, and I was like, it's great working at a coffee shop. It's like such a laid back environment. It's like being a bartender without the drama of alcohol.
Yeah,
So it's it's a really pleasant experience. But also you kind of get to do social work and help people out kind of at your own pace, you know what I mean? So the burnout's not going to happen the way it does when you're actually doing it for a living all day, every day. So I did feel like a coffee shop was a way that I could serve my community and still continue to serve people and still make an income. I knew immediately that I would cut my salary in half to open a coffee shop.
Right.
I didn't realize it was going to be less than half because COVID was about to happen, things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was to me, it was just a great way to be able to continue to serve and make money and provide people with good drinks and good food and good conversation. And since we've opened, I am really proud of in Wheeling what we've created because it is a community. It's I don't know. My inspiration was there was this place in Pittsburgh years ago called the Beehive, and it was this really laid-back, crazy coffee shop with lots of things going on, a very active atmosphere. And you would go in there, and there'd be people in 3-piece suits having conversations with homeless people, or just people of all walks of life, just getting along and being a part of a community that was just within the walls of that establishment. And that's the whole third space thing that people talk about with coffee shops.
Yes.
And so my goal was to really provide something like that for Wheeling, and I think we really have. It's a safe space for people of all walks of life. Everyone feels that way.
Yeah, and I would like to unpack that a little bit, the idea of a coffee shop, right? I mean, you think about like Vienna, right, at the turn of the century, and you got, like Sigmund Freud there. And,
Right, yeah.
It's a stimulant, right?
Mm-hmm.
From my perspective, it's you go into a coffee shop. It's warm because it's not that I'm homeless, right? But I don't have a permanent residency here,
Right.
And so you can get out of the rain. You can use the bathroom. It's warm. And you're kind of just like renting shelter in some ways and then having conversation. When I came in today, there was like somebody from like out of state talking to somebody from in-state, and they were like having like, I remember hearing the guy say, well, here's my counterpoint to what you're saying. And I was like, okay, these people are having a discussion. I think they were talking about the relative value of land. And somebody was talking about buying land here because it's cheap, and then the guy saying, yes, but you're making my land more expensive because you're buying it at that price. So
all the world's problems are solved in a coffee shop.
In a coffee shop, right. Yeah. So that was really that.
Well,
was
and
cool.
the other thing is that, like in Wheeling, for instance, over the years now, I've been open for 6.5 years. I've had like 5 different books written partially within the walls of the shop that are now published.
Yes.
There's a couple of different businesses that opened up in Wheeling that they made all their plans sitting in my shop. So it is like
that's cool.
It is like a place where people do things and solve problems. Yeah.
Right.
They cause them too. But
yes.
But to your point also about it being a space. I mean, we have people that are homeless. Like we have a really good friend who comes in there every day, and he finds a warm place to get off the streets if the weather's bad. He has people that love him, like literally, legitimately love him there, and my staff and myself, and just to be able to provide that kind of thing is a great service. And I'm not making great money, but it is like the idea of like living a fulfilled life is definitely more important for me, for sure. And I love cooking for people. I love cooking for people and making drinks for people. So that's like a whole other experience that I get to have every day.
Yeah, but you don't want to make those, these ice cream drinks that you had looked like it would take you half an hour to make one of those.
That's the more complicated menu that we've had in a while, yeah. So it is, and it's new, so I haven't really got it down pat yet.
Right.
It's a little tedious sometimes, yeah.
I mean, it's like basically like banana splits, and it looks like it's got all these layers to it, and the Neapolitan ones and stuff.
Yeah.
That reminds me of my going to my grandparents. They'd always had the Neapolitan ice cream, the vanilla, the chocolate, and the strawberry in one. That brings back some memories.
That's a good drink. That was designed by my youngest employee. Actually, she's 17 and she designed that drink. It's a great drink. Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah.
But I do wonder, it was funny because we were talking, and you said like that what I'm doing is something that you always wanted to do, go down to Ohio.
Yeah.
And I was saying that what you're doing is something that I want to do, which is to own a brick and mortar business that people come into.
Yeah.
That's the source of the community.
Yeah, and I feel like both of these things are things that people, a lot of people from the outside are like, I really want to do that. And then once you're doing it, you don't realize how much you're about to put into it.
Oh my goodness, I know.
You can't like stress enough like how much you're about to put into that world, once you get started on it. You're married to the either concept. Like if you're taking a boat down the river, you're on that boat and you're going down the river.
Right.
If you're opening a brick and mortar spot, this is now what you're doing. This is like what you're doing all day, every day. So
and it's not just making coffee, right? It's insurance, it's accounting, it's
that's the part of it.
On,
honestly, those things are the part that are the biggest struggle. Like all the hoops you have to jump through regulations and different things like that you're not thinking about while you're trying to be a barista and run a shop all day, every day. Those are the things that I struggle with the most. I could really use probably somebody who's like, or their mindset is oriented to that type of thing to make that stuff go away for me. So I could just focus on running the business.
100%. I mean, with me, with the social media stuff, I don't have the capacity or the skill set for that. Luckily, my friend Marissa she runs all this stuff for me and gets these things online, so I don't have to do it. But I would have to have an accountant, and a lawyer, I assume, But so that's cool. So you had some suggestion of where I should stop next, right? New Martinsville.
New Martinsville is a great little town. It's a really quaint, cute town with a lot of cool things happening. I like it a lot, so I think it'd be a great stop for you for sure.
Great, cool, and that's a few miles downstream. You got to motor up Fish Creek though.
Yeah, give it a shot. See what you find up Fish Creek.
Yeah, great. Cool. Well, this was great. So if you're in Moundsville or Wheeling, go into Mugshots Coffee.
Just Mugshots.
Just Mugshots.
Yeah, just look up Mugshots.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
It's a great place. All right, everybody. Good to see you and take care.